About a month ago, I set out on trying to achieve $1 million in funding, and I achieved that within 2 weeks. And now 2 weeks after that, I'm requesting my first round of payouts on that $1 million in funding. Now, today I'm going to be requesting $4,000 in payouts just from Top Step. Now you might be thinking 4K with $1 million funding, that's kind of small. This is not the only profit I've made. This is just Top Step that I've got to the payout. Apex and Tradeify are still in a large amount of profit. But what I wanted to do is come on and show you how quickly you can actually make serious progress with trading and prop firms. And I'm not doing this to show off whatsoever. A lot of people online will be showing you bigger payouts than $4,000. But the point I'm trying to make is how quickly you can do this. And I have recently changed up my trading style to accompany my strategy with prop firms. So throughout this video, after I request the payouts, I want to show you exactly what changes I made to make sure I secured the payouts, and also talk to you about what I'm going to do from here in order to scale up. Because I think that's what a lot of people are missing. So many people online will tell you how to get funded, and maybe they'll even tell you how to get the first payout. But after that, they don't tell you how to scale, and I want to teach you exactly what I'm going to be doing to actually scale from there. But first of all, let's request the payouts. Then I'm going to talk to you about exactly what you can do to achieve the same level of payouts, and also what you can do to scale your prop firms. And yeah, from there, we'll go onwards. But let's request the payouts first. All right, so at this point, the payouts have been requested. You would have just seen me doing that. And as well as that, if when the editor is editing this video, the payouts have come through, I'll get the screenshots up on the screen. So if I've got the payouts, here they are. And yeah, realistically, I just want to talk to you very raw and very straight to the point about what I did to get these payouts. Now, if we load up one of the funded account dashboards here, you're very quickly going to see that, yes, I had a 63% win rate, which is actually relatively low for my strategy. But the most important thing to note here is the average losing trades. All right, my average losing trade, in fact, my biggest losing trade on this account was $56. Now, yes, the biggest win was only $200, but you can see quite clearly there we have a 3.74 to 1 risk to reward. And you guys know me, I don't trade with a fixed positive risk to reward as a strategy. In fact, a lot of the trades that I'm taking will be 1-to-1 or even negative risk to reward. But what this shows is, essentially, I just went for base hits across these trades. Now, if you are someone who's just got a prop firm account, someone who is looking to scale up or potentially grab a payout, I cannot insist upon you more the importance of going for base hits. Now, a lot of traders will try and get funded and then they go for the screamer trade to get the payout, when in reality, if you think about it this way, especially with a firm like Alpha Futures, Top Step, where you can request payouts relatively frequently, $200 trades across 5 of your winning days is going to be $1,000 on that account. And that means that you can request up to $500 in a payout, which gives you the freedom to actually be risk-free across all these accounts. Now, as you'll see, I requested around $1,000 across all of these accounts, which essentially means now I'm in profit across all of the accounts. And even if I blow them on the very next trade, these are all risk-free. And in fact, I've already 4x'd my money as a minimum. So going forward, I can be a little bit more aggressive. And this is essentially the point I want to make in this video. Base hits as a trader, and I'm talking about $200 to $300 trades, are the meta when it comes to trading these prop firms. If you look at the charts here, how easy do you think it would be to grab a nice little 0.5 to 1 risk to reward, or even a 1-to-1 risking only $250, right? You could do it all over this chart, rather than having to go for the mega risk to reward trade and yeah, essentially struggling to catch them, getting stopped out and all of those sort of things. Now, the reality is when it comes to these props, the thing I'm going to be doing in the future, now that I've achieved $1 million in funding, is try and hit those $200 days every single day. Because what that means is now when I get to the charts, first of all, there's no stress. And secondly, $200 across all 20 of my accounts, which I'm going to be trading from this point onwards with Apex, Tradeify, etc., is going to be $4,000 a day. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, if you've just become funded, make sure you get your accounts to a risk-free status. Just request some money to actually get the dopamine of getting a payout, and as well get your money back from the firm, because at the end of the day, you're in a loss until you request a payout. You could make 50K on each account, be up $2 million. Until you request a payout, that first payout, you're still in a negative risk to reward on those accounts. So try and get your money out as quick as possible. These prop firms are extremely volatile. And obviously, look, $4,000 in the grand scheme of things is not a very big payout, but the point I'm trying to make with this video is not to flex or show off. I've had much bigger payouts than that. But the point is, getting your money back from a prop firm is something that even completely advanced traders do, because essentially there's no reason for you to not do it. Every single time that I get a new round of prop firm accounts from now on, bearing in mind I'm relatively new to the prop firm space, as you guys will know if you followed along, I've only been trading these props for around 6 months total. This last run of trying to get to a mil funded was literally a month ago that I began it. I will always, no matter what, request my money back from the beginning so that I get risk-free, and now my psychology going forward is going to be monumental. But like I said, $4,000 is not the biggest payout. So what is my actual plan going forward? Well, if I load this up here, you can actually see, if Ninja Trader doesn't spam me, I now have how many accounts across here on Apex? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Including 150K, and then obviously the top steps on top of it, totaling $1 million funding. I am going to be trading these Apexes up next. I wanted to do them bit by bit just because I think that is going to be easier for me to do, to be honest. I think copy trading every single account can definitely hit your psychology, because if you lose on all of your accounts, you're losing on all of your funding, which is very, very emotionally tolling on the mental state, right? So next, I'm going to be trading up the Tradeify and the Apexes, getting them to a payout, which the next payout for me on Apex and Tradeify is going to be around $10,000. I'm hoping to do that within the next 2 weeks, hitting these base hits, right? The minimum payout for Apex is $2,600. They're already $200 in profit. So you're looking at $2,400, 12 trading days of $200. Sounds so easy, right? So why aren't you doing the exact same thing? How easy would it be to get 12 trading days of $200? But that's the plan. That will be a $10,000 payout. And then from there, we can go super aggressive, because at that point, like I said, all of these will be risk-free. But again, I really think base hits, meaning small trades rather than, big, mega, high RR, full port trades is the meta. $200 a day per account, per day, per account now is $4,000 roughly, adjusting for like some of the 150K accounts I have, etc. So if I was you and I was trying to scale prop firms, I would try and go super aggressive on your evaluations. If you do want to get some evaluations, Alpha Futures and Apex, the biggest discount that they have at the time is going to be what you can get using code TRLS. So if you want to save yourself some money on these evaluations, code TRLS at Alpha Futures and Apex will save you the biggest discount you possibly can. But anyway, the plan is super aggressive on these evaluations, not taking more than maybe a couple of days to pass them, because at the end, it's just opportunity cost. And then, yeah, now obviously you're going to be scaling up in terms of payouts. I'm not even going to be taking any more avals from this point onwards, because, I mean, look, $1 million funding, 1% payout on that is going to be another 10 grand, and then we go for the big ones. But yeah, guys, just wanted to give you this video as part of the journey to show you guys how possible it truly is. Like I said, until 6 months ago, I was purely a live trader. I was not trading in the prop firm space whatsoever. I traded my own brokerage account, but now I'm doing a bit of both here and seeing actually the real ROI on these prop firms, because just taking the top step accounts that I've got a payout on, that cost me around, I think, $1,000 to actually buy all those evaluations and pass them. And now I just got a $4,000 payout. So huge ROI, and that's not even including the Apex and Tradeifys that will be paid out very, very shortly. So that's exactly how I got a $4,000 payout, 1% risk, A+ setups, and taking it super slow with base hits. Now, if you do want to learn the strategy I actually use to trade this using TRLS, the link to the TRLS Academy is down in the description. Now, 80% of my students pass a funded account within the first month, and 50% of those end up grabbing the payout. So that's way higher than the trading industry standard. If you do want to join, the link is down below in the description. I'll leave it there so that you can become profitable super fast and join a community of winning traders. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.